Alright, what's good, y'all? Back again with another video. Today we're reacting to AMS's insecurities that turn women off in their relationship, how to fix it. I just want to get straight into it. I ain't trying to waste y'all time. Let's get it.
You got the beta female and you got the alpha female. I don't want to debate which one is beta, which one is alpha. Some people say the beta female is the submissive female, and some people say the beta female is the dominant female. It don't really matter to me. I say the alpha females is the one that wants to lead the fucking relationship, and the beta female is the one that wants to be submissive. Some guys says it's different, all right, but that's how I say it, all right. So it really don't really fucking matter how you classify it, but that's how I classify it.
I don't really do that alpha and beta
Understand
labeling thing, so
when
I'm
you
not
got
really going to go into depth on
insecurities,
that.
the beta female, which is the submissive female to me, she starts to test for weakness, all right, and to test your confidence. On the other hand, the alpha female, the dominant bitch, she does this shit to manipulate you, all right, to put you more in a submissive position. That's what she does this bullshit for. So one does it to test you, and the other one does it to manipulate you. Now, what I tell you guys about the alpha female, the bitch that don't want to submit, what I tell you about her, put that bitch in the friend zone. I know a lot of you guys thinking like, don't deal with her. No, you deal with her.
Alright, I feel like that's a good starting point right there to really break this shit down a little bit more and make it a little bit into layman's terms. So basically, he's talking about that there's certain women out there that are easier to work with, and there's some that are hard to work with. They're easier to work, the quote unquote beta, the submissive type, and then the alphas or the ball busters, the ones that's always going to be on your head top, the ones that's always going to be giving you shit, giving you hell. They're the ones that's constantly just going to get on your nerves because they are trying to break you down. They are trying to gain the leverage, the power, take the lead in the relationship. That's what those quote unquote alpha females do. And a good way, because he kind of breaks it down a little bit further in the video, I think. But to differentiate the two, because he's saying that the quote unquote the beta females, they do it to test you to make sure that you on game, versus the alpha females, they do it to gain power in a relationship. A lot of times what will happen is these girls will shit test you. They will they'll try to clown you like low key, really subtly, very subtle. They'll just try to, maybe it's how you dress, maybe it's how you talk, but it's always something that's intrinsic to you. They just kind of picking at it. They trying to see, oh, okay, cool. Like, damn, why you always be wearing Adidas? Like, why don't you ever switch it up? Why don't you wear some Nikes? Why don't you wear some Jordans? And then what you might think is this is just conversation. This is just something in which she's just bringing it up. Oh yeah, I don't really I wear a certain type of brand and I kind of keep to that. What she's doing is she's trying to break you down, because if you go and you get yourself some Jordans, guess what? You just kowtowed to her. You just gave her the power. She manipulated you. She put that idea in your mind, and then you went and you brought that into reality. Now, if she's just giving you a suggestion, like, oh, why don't you switch it up every now and again, that's cool. But you can always kind of be mindful and be observant of where is that critique coming from, and what kind of critique is it. If she's just saying it offhand, and it's just one of those things where, oh yeah, I noticed that about you. Yeah, maybe you could, get some Jordans, or maybe they'll be like, oh, I think some ones will really look good on you, or some fours will really look good on you, or some shit like that. That's coming from a more organic place. But if she's always just kind of, she brings up, you always wear Adidas, and then she kind of like starts to subtly crack jokes on you, like, Adidas again, huh? I'm back again with the Adidas. She's trying to bust your balls. She's trying to see if you're gonna break, if you're gonna falter, if you're gonna bend to her will. Now, a lot of times you can just go and tell them, hey, fuck it, I like Adidas. This is what I'm wearing. If you got an issue with that, you can hit the fuck road. And that'll kind of reset them. That'll kind of put them back in there like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not going to be able to just manipulate this dude like this. I'm not going to be able to just insinuate these type of things and have him go for it. It's very subtle, and it's on a subconscious level. She doesn't really know that she's doing it. And you might not necessarily know that it's happening if you're not on the lookout for it. But that's definitely one of those things that you want to be on the lookout for when a girl's trying to manipulate you in a relationship and trying to find and pick your insecurities to make you weaker, to make you doubt yourself, so that she can take control and she can be in power, more or less. Always gotta be on the lookout for that. The girls that just kind of, busting your balls to bust your balls, you just say, yeah, I like it, D, just fuck it. And then that's pretty much it. But the ones that kind of keep on going at it and picking at it and gnawing at it and just trying to see how much I gotta go, how much pressure I gotta give this until your pipes burst, that's the one you gotta be on the lookout for.
Listen, guys, I'm dealing with a couple of wannabe alpha females now. They ass right in the fucking friend zone. And what is the fucking friend zone? Bitch who comes over at 9, 10 o'clock at night, suck you dry and take her ass home. Alright? And she's always wanna see, can you get more time? Ain't no motherfucking more time. You don't wanna submit? Okay, you be in the fucking friend zone. I'm busy till 9 o'clock. You can come over at 9 o'clock, suck me dry all night, and then take your ass home. Alright, we don't have no room over here for no fucking alpha females who thinking like they looking for a man that gonna submit to them. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. But you don't dump those bitches. You keep those bitches in the friend zone. Eventually that bitch will figure out that ain't nothing gonna happen with you, and all she ever gonna be is a fuck buddy. Eventually she'll figure that out. Sometimes it takes a year, sometimes it takes 2 fucking years. Who really gives a shit? Use that bitch till she figure it out. Alright? But ain't gonna be no fucking nothing serious with this bitch.
Yeah, so that's a good point. I personally, for me, I don't know. These women usually end up being too much trouble for their worth. He kind of says that you can have them as like a friends with benefits type of thing. You just come over, we smash, and then you send her on her way. A lot of times, these girls are just going to be very, very destructive. They're going to be very toxic. They're going to be very combative. And honestly, they're not going to be fun to hang around. You're not going to want to hang around them. You're not going to want to smash them after a while. If she's always picking at you, she's always trying to break you down, she's always trying to like get at your insecurities. No one wants to be with somebody like that. You don't want to be with we all like to say, yeah, we like getting roasted, or I roast my friends all the time and all that shit like that. But you don't want to be with somebody that roasts you all the time. You gotta have balance. Life comes with balance. These things have balance. You don't want the person that's just always talking shit, always clowning you, always trying to take digs at you and stuff like that. There has to be a give and a take. If you're gonna roast me, you also gotta show some love. You also gotta give some compliments, or give some type of some kudos my way. If it's always just roasting, if you're always just coming at the negative, you'll see this. You'll see this a lot. People that are like this are inherently negative, and they try to play it off as they're sarcastic. They try to play it off as if they're just they just break balls all the time, and that you're too sensitive. You're not being too sensitive. If someone is always on you, if someone is always trying to roast you, if someone's always trying to dig at you and go at your insecurities and whatnot, that is 100% one of the most toxic things. That's a red flag for me right there. I'm a guy, I like to bust balls. I like to roast. I like to get in people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can give and take. But I understand that there's a balance. I just can't roast a girl all day and be like, damn, your shoes dusty. Damn, your hair look a mess. Damn, your breath stink. And it's just that over and over and over again. It's not even roasting. You're just bullying somebody. You're making fun of somebody, and there's no give and take. There's no yin and yang. There's no positives and negatives. It's just you being on somebody's ass all day and just being negative to them. And you don't want to have someone negatively impact your life. You don't want to have somebody that's always bringing negative energy to you, because that will bring you down, that will depress you, that will have you doubting yourself, that will have you looking at yourself in the mirror and not seeing the person that you should be seeing, because they're trying to destroy your self-image. Once again, it's subconsciously, they're not actively, I would hope they're not actively trying to make you feel insecure, make you feel bad about yourself, but it is something that they do to try to gain leverage, gain power over you in a relationship, in the dynamic.
Alright, so I'm gonna keep this video to the beta female. Because the alpha female, she should just be in the fucking friend zone until her dumb ass figure out that she ain't gonna never get no farther than that to begin with. All right, so now here's the thing, guys. When you're in a relationship, the thing is you need to always be fucking confident. All right. Now, the
That's
best
facts.
thing you can hear out your
Always.
girl mouth.
Always
This should be music to your ears. We don't spend enough time together. Guys, if you are hearing that from your girl, you in a good position. I know when you watch these fucking movies and they show that shit on the movies when a girl say that to the dude on the movies and then next thing you know they breaking up. But I am telling you, in real life, that's the best position to be with a woman. When she's chasing you for time, all right? When she's begging for your fucking time. Because here's the thing. Somebody's going to chase somebody, all right? Somebody's got to pursue somebody. Either she's going to be pursuing you for your time or you're going to be pursuing her for her time. Either she's going to be pursuing you for your validation or you're going to pursue her for her validation. It's one or the fucking other. Which one you want to fucking be? All right. So how do you get in this position? Being on your fucking purpose, having an abundant social life, all right? That way you're always fucking busy to where she's pursuing you.
That's a good point to make right there. Relationships they're dynamic, and by dynamic, things are always moving. There's a back and forth. There's a flow that goes on with it. It's not concrete. It's not static. It's not we both give 50-50. It's honestly, sometimes you give 60, sometimes they give 40, and then it flips. Sometimes you give 40 and they give 60, or 70, and 30, or 80, and 20, and 90, and 10. In a perfect world, yes, we both would give 50% all of the time, but we don't live in a perfect world, and that's just kind of how it breaks down at the end of the day. What he's talking about is basically you don't want to overstay your welcome in anybody's mind with their presence and how you spend your time with somebody. If you're with a girl every day, eventually they're going to get tired of you. As humans, we need variety. They say variety is the spice of life. I can't do the same thing every single day. Like there's a consistency, there's having a schedule, but you gotta switch it up. You gotta be able to be versatile. I don't hang out with my friends every day of the week. I don't hang out with the same friends every day of the week. I go to work every day of the week and I go home every day of the week. But in my leisure time, with things that I want to do, I don't always go to the same club. I have a club I'm a regular at, and I enjoy going there, but I don't always go there. Sometimes I want to switch it up. Sometimes I want to venture out. Sometimes I want to do something that I haven't done in a while because you get tired of it. And if you're always with your girl and you're always in her face, eventually she's going to get tired of you. Maybe not after the first day, maybe after the first week, maybe after the first month, but eventually she is going to get tired of you. And I'm not saying tired of you in which now she's going to break up with you because you spend a lot of time together. But I mean tired of you in which you might see that she's going to start nagging you more. You're going to see that she's going to start just getting on your nerves because she's subtly, subconsciously pushing you away because she wants the space. She doesn't want, once again, she doesn't know that she's doing this at this point in time. But she needs her space. She wants to miss you. That's a very important aspect that people don't understand in relationships. You should make your significant other, the person that you're dating, miss you because it builds up that desire to see you again. It builds up all of the good times. You know, they say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. When I haven't seen somebody in a while, when I see him again, it's like I feel even stronger for them now that we've come back together than before, where you just see them every day. Because a lot of times what ends up happening is people take your presence for granted and they don't really understand the value that you're bringing and they can't truly appreciate it because you're always in their face. You get numb to it after a while. If you wear the same cologne like day after day after day after day after day, people are not even going to realize that you're wearing it anymore. But if you switch it up, you switch up your scents, or you only put that thing on every once in a while, and they come up to you and they smell you like, all right, damn, you smell all right today. You smell pretty good. You're like, yeah, because they noticing the difference, the variety, when it's here, when it's not here, when you're using this scent versus when you're using another scent. It's the same thing, it's the same principle. Let's get it.
If you show any fucking weakness, she start fucking testing. She start testing for weakness, for insecurities, to test your confidence even more. Some of these tests she gonna do, guys, she'll do some shit like this. She'll flirt with a guy in your face, but swear up and down she wasn't flirting. And if you say anything, that's just showing more insecurities, which turns her off even more. All right? So if you see a woman starting to do these tests right here, see, these are different than the shit tests you do like.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I've ever had that necessarily happen where a girl has flirted in my face. That was my girl at the time. That might have been the girl that we might have been flirting together or like a very casual thing. But I'm not sure if I've ever had an encounter in which a girl is like straight up flirting with another guy in my face when she's my girl. And that's something you kind of have to differentiate between when you're just casually dating somebody and then when you're in a relationship or you guys have some type of understanding of what you mean to each other. I think that a better example that you probably might see a little bit more of, and I think he might go on to it in this video, is they might do that thing in which they get a text or a notification, and it might be from a guy, or it's from whatever. It could be a guy, a girl, whatever. But then she's just being real sneaky with her phone. She'll turn her phone over on the side. She'll put the phone in her pocket or whatever. And that's basically just to kind of see, damn, do you give a fuck? And best case scenario, always in this situation is to not give a fuck. Just be like, I don't care. Don't even pay attention to it. Focus on the person you're dating's phone is only going to lead you down a path of misery, down a path of being paranoid and unhappiness and second guessing. I don't give a fuck about what a girl does with her phone. I don't think I'm gonna ever check a girl's phone for messages. Have I ever got to that point? I remember I did that shit once. Wasn't worth it. I would never do it again. If I see that somebody's hitting you up or whatever, or somebody's trying to call you or whatever, I just don't pay no mind. I act like it's not happening. That's the way I go about it. And there's no point in caring about it. There's no point in paying it any mind because of the fact that there's nothing you can do about it. If she fucks with somebody else, she fucks with somebody else. But while you with me, I just hope that you have enough respect to, keep that to the side and whatnot. And then, sometimes if she really fucks with you, she really likes you, she'll reassure you. She'll be like, oh, it's blah, 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 or it's this guy, I don't really like him, and all that shit like that. And I've had girls do that before, and I just, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. You don't have to explain nothing to me, you don't got to justify anything to me, I don't care. I feel like that's the best way to go about it.
Going on the first or second date, these are like special, different Class A tests. These are more difficult to pass. Why? Because now your feelings are involved. You're dealing with a girl that you're dating or in a relationship. So obviously you care. It's a lot harder to pass a test when you care about a woman opposed to when you don't give a shit about her. All right? So here's the thing, guys. You never want to show jealousy. That's pretty much all these tests are going to be. Jealousy tests. See, when a woman do shit tests when y'all dating, those are just tests to see if you'll stand up to her, okay? All she want to do is see if you got some fucking backbone to put her in check. When you get in a fucking relationship or you consistently date a woman, now she wants to test for jealousy if she sees weakness. Only if she sees weakness, guys. Only if you're not on your purpose. Only if you're not living a social life of abundance. Only if you're fucking going around crying like a little bitch to her that y'all don't spend enough time together. That's the worst thing in the fucking world to say to a fucking woman.
100%. Yeah, you guys can't be on your girl's dick. They don't like that. They want to be on your dick. They don't want you to be on their dick. And you just gotta give her space. Just give her space. I have a problem with, I feel like I probably give women too much space sometimes to the point where they're like, damn, I don't know if this dude likes me or not. And that's, that's some shit I gotta figure out for myself and figure out, what's the best course of action for me to not always be up in a girl's face, but also still kind of interact with them enough to the point where they're not necessarily turned off to the idea that I don't even like them at all. I don't, because you don't want them to not think that you like them at all, but you do kind of want to put a little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't say doubt. This is not the right one. It's like intrigue. Like you just want to keep it entertaining. Like, damn, does he like me? It's like on those TV shows where they have the two characters, the boy and the girl. They're like, will they get together? Will they not get together? You kind of want to have that dynamic in your own relationship if you can, by keeping that balance. But if you're on your girl's dick too much, and by on your girl's dick, I mean if you text her too much, if like all your free time is dedicated to your girl, then yeah, you're probably gonna come up and face these kind of circumstances that he's talking about right now, in which they're gonna just see where they're at, see how much power they have over you. They see that you're a jealous type, and that you seeing them talk to another guy makes you jealous, or you seeing somebody text you or something like that, or them being kind of reserved with their phone makes you jealous, then that's one of those things in which they'll feel like subconsciously they have power over you because you're acting a certain type of way. Whenever we can elicit an emotional response, we feel like we have power over somebody, because if I can do something to make you mad, I technically have power over you because it's a response to an action that I do. If I pinch you and I make you mad, I know I have the power to make you mad at any point by doing that particular thing. If she knows that if she talks to a dude, she texts a dude or something like that, I can make you mad, so that she knows she can do that at any moment in time to elicit that emotion out of you and to get you to act erratically, or to get you to have hurt feelings. And so you always just want to be self-contained. You always want to be disciplined. You always want to have control over yourself to not fall into those weaker emotions of envy and jealousy and insecurity, because then it leads to that, and it leads to people having power over you. You never want anyone to have power over you. You always want to have power over yourself in any circumstances. People can influence you, for sure. People can speak to you and reason with you 100%. But you never want anybody ever to have power over you. And I suggest, from my humble opinion, that you should always try to do your best to secure the power over yourself. And if you feel like someone does have that power over you, do everything in your ability to reclaim that power, because that's dangerous. It's dangerous.
If you want to drive a woman pussy up, go up to her and tell her y'all ain't spending enough time together. Can you see her more? Don't never drive a woman pussy up more than that. She should be asking you that. You the man. You supposed to be out slaying the dragon. She's supposed to be asking you that, and you asking her that. All right. So at that point, you are checking for her validation. All right. So she should be wanting to spend more time with you. Don't never say no bullshit like that. All right. Another thing a woman will do to test your ass when y'all dating or in a relationship, she won't answer the phone around you.
Oh,
The phone ring is her fucking mama.
There you go.
But just to fuck with you, to have you more fucking paranoid and fucked up in the head, she just won't answer it. You better not say nothing about why she answered that phone. You better not say nothing. If you do, you only lowering her attraction more. You're showing more insecurities. If you keep flunking these fucking tests, your ass is gonna be out here. Now, let me tell you something. The only reason she's testing like this is because you show insecurities. So she's starting to pick at it. She's starting to like scab at it, scrape the scab off, because you shown weakness. The only reason you shown weakness because you're not on your fucking purpose and you're not living your social life of abundance. If you was doing that, you wouldn't give a fuck about all this bullshit she doing. She wouldn't even be doing these dumbass tests. She'd be too busy chasing your ass down for time.
It's very true, guys. If a girl has too much of your free time, she's gonna resent you for it. She's like, unless she's very codependent to the point where she's attached to your hip and she always needs you by her side. If she is a woman that looking for any type of ambitious man or any type of just well-rounded individual. If you spend too much time up under her, too much time around her, too much time hanging out with her, at a certain point, you're gonna get on her nerves. Like, you want to have your own stuff going on. You want to be able to be busy sometimes. And I don't mean fake busy. I don't mean I'm just not gonna text her back right now or whatever. I mean busy as in hopefully you have, like he says, a social life of abundance. Hopefully you have friends that you're hanging out with, that you're planning on doing activities with, whether that's going out to the bar, or you're going bowling, or you're shooting hoops, or you're going to play pool or something like that. In the meantime, and also following your passion, something extracurricular, or just developing yourself. Maybe you're in school, maybe you're taking up mixed martial arts, maybe you're learning how to surf, maybe you're taking a cooking class or something like that. Just something that is for you and takes your time away from her. And it's not because you don't like spending time with her. It's making yourself a more well-rounded individual. Any one thing, too much of one thing is a bad thing. Even spending time with your girlfriend or your significant other, you spend too much time with them, it can get very claustrophobic for them, unless they're codependent. If you get a girl that's codependent, then she'll never want you to leave her side. But then at that point, you're gonna want to get away from her because you're gonna realize that it's not coming from I just want to hang out with you all the time. It's coming from I'm afraid of being an individual. I'm afraid of living my own life. I need you here with me. It's like those children, like children that can't sleep by themselves. Like, yo. At a certain point, you gotta be your own person. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not manipulative. That's not you trying to grandstand a posture. That's hopefully you just trying to live a more fleshed out, well-rounded life. That's not just about women. And it's also not just about trying to, get your money up and get your grind on and all that shit like that, even though that's something that he really advocates for. I advocate for, a 360 approach. You should have a good relationship with your friends, and you should be able to pursue your passions and the things that you want to do to get to the point that you want to be in life, and also have time to date and experience that and have girlfriends and develop relationships with that and learn more about yourself and that mindset and that frame. And also just have alone time where you can just vibe and not have to worry about anything and just relax and sit back and decompress. It's not always on the go. And, everything in life, we need to have balance with it. Like with the food pyramid, you need some grains, you need some meat, you need some fruit, you need some vegetables. You can even have a little bit of fatty oils and sweets occasionally. And they all encompass what is the best situation, the best layout for you. And it's the same thing in life. You got work here, you got your passion, your hobbies here, you got your friends here, you got your dating life here, and it all comes together to make you a well-rounded individual so that you can appreciate and enjoy all aspects of life. That's about it. That's kind of the gist of it. I hope that you guys were able to get a little something off of this. I hope that I said anything of substance that you can take away from, and hopefully you can implement it into your life and be better off for this video. But yeah, that's about it for me, man. Without further ado, blah, blah, blah.